Welcome! In this video, we're going to talk about how the Queen of Athletics, a 94-year-old Indian woman, won a gold medal at the Athletics Championship in Finland. Bhagwani Devi proved that age means nothing when it comes to what you're capable of, inspiring us and many others to ditch our fear of limitations. So let's get into it. First up, a bit about her life. Bhagwani Devi Dagar is a famous and professional Indian nonagenarian athlete. This empowering woman came into the spotlight only after she won one gold and 2 bronze medals in the World Masters Athletics Championships that were recently held in Tampere in 2022. She is 94 years old and her height is approximately 5 foot 5 inches, which is pretty decent for someone her age. Bhagwani was born in 1928 in Kidka village, Haryana. She recalled that while she was preparing for the tournament in Tampere, she received a lot of help from her grandson Vikar Dagar, who is a well-known para-athlete and had received the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. She also participated in other events. In the Delhi State Masters Athletics meet, she was a participant and won 3 gold medals in the 100-meter sprint, javelin throw, and shot put. Aside from this, she was also a participant in the 42nd National Masters Athletic Championships held in Chennai back in May of 2022. In fact, all of these events were held in 2022. This is truly Bhagwani's golden year. Now let's get into her most recent accomplishment. This 94-year-old sprinter from India won a gold medal at the World Masters Athletics Championships that were held in Tampere in Finland. She even received recognition from India's very own Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sport, who took to Twitter to congratulate the athlete. He informed his followers that Miss Bhagwani had won the gold medal with a shocking time of 24.74 seconds. However, this wasn't her only accomplishment. Not only did she sprint her way to success, but she also scored a bronze medal in the event of shot put. The Department of Sports wrote in the post that this was a truly commendable effort and applauded her vigor. He also shared a photo of Bhagwani wearing the uniform of the Indian team, holding her medal in front of an Indian flag. Now that is some good representation. Next up on the list, seniors can be athletic too. The event of the World Masters Athletic Championships is actually organized for those athletes who are aged 35 years and older. This is to ensure that they receive a fair chance to perform well. Bhagwani Devi's achievements were appreciated and acknowledged all across the nation, with many people taking to Twitter to acknowledge her accomplishment. In fact, ministers including Anurag Thakur, Hardeep Singh Puri, and even Piyush Goyal had congratulated the 94-year-old, calling her an inspiration for all. Anurag Thakur even added the statement, "Age is no bar," and we totally agree. Now for some more appreciation of Bhagwani's big win. Piyush Goyal mentioned in a Twitter post that the world was at Bhagwani's feet. This is a pretty great way to congratulate someone. He added that all Indians were extremely proud of her for her stellar achievement and bagging 1 gold and 2 bronze medals at the event. He added that it is a great achievement at 94. On the other hand, Mr. Kejriwal had also said that he congratulates Bhagwani, who has won laurels for India at the event, and that her spirit and strength proved to be an inspiration for everyone in the nation. He adds that he wishes she would keep rising and keep inspiring everyone who loves her performances. So what else? The Chief Minister of Haryana, Manohar Lal Khattar, also took some time out to congratulate the senior athlete on her win. He added that she was a source of inspiration. He believes it will work to fill enthusiasm among the youth, in a tweet that was translated into English. Locals were also quick to applaud Bhagwani on her brave win. These internet users reacted with great awe and claimed that she was also an inspiration to them. Among these users, some called her a super lady beyond imagination and agreed with Khattar that she was an inspiration to the youth, while others called her the Queen of Athletics. Another mentionable tweet involved the words "She rocks" and that it was absolutely wonderful to be able to see such a great athlete on the track. And you know what? We fully agree. Bhagwani is someone who didn't let her age restrict her or prove to be a problem for her. She continued to test her boundaries and try her best, and we can now see the end results. We are so proud of her for her achievement and hope that she continues to make records and inspire others to do their best. Now let's talk about some other related news. First up on the list, we're going to talk a bit about Katarina Thompson. Katarina Johnson Thompson says that she changed coaches just before her world title defense in order to give her the very best chances of success at the 2024 Olympics. This British heptathlete had ended her 5-year connection with Bertrand Vincent back in 2021. However, only months after relocating to Florida, the 29-year-old champion split from Petros Cipriano this June, since it just just wasn't working out for her there. Looking forward to the Paris 2024 Olympics, she wanted to make this decision as soon as possible in order to save time and prepare accordingly. Vincent had been the one to help Johnson Thompson win world gold in Doha back in 2019, and she has now returned to the UK so she can work with Aston Moore, who coached before when other coaches were unavailable to help her out at certain events. Ultimately, she believes that this choice is what is right for her, and we wish her the very best for the 2024 Olympics. Next up on the list, Caster Semenya is listed to run the women's 5,000 meter. Caster Semenya, who hasn't competed at a world championship or at the Olympics since 2017, has been listed to run the women's 5,000 meter race at the World Athletics Championships in Eugene. This South African athlete had turned to this distance after being banned from her preferred 800 meters race due to the rules about women with conditions that cause naturally high testosterone. The 31-year-old had been banned from running in races from the 400 meter to 1 mile since 2019 because of her intersex condition 46, XY difference in sex development. The regulations demand that women should undergo some kind of medical intervention in order to lower their natural hormone levels to fall below a certain level if they do wish to run in those races. Semenya and the other runners who fall under the DSD rules have declined to go through this and instead have been forced to take part in other unregulated events throughout the past 3 years. Semenya's inclusion in Oregon was pretty unexpected since she didn't make the qualifying time for the 5,000 meter and wasn't named in South Africa's team recently. That's why she was so shocked at the announcement. Needless to say, we hope that she manages to thrive in the competition this time around. Now, for the World Athletics and FIFA reviewing their transgender policies. World Football's main governing body and athletics administrators have come together to review their policies on transgender eligibility after the swimming world's governing body, FINA, had passed new rules based on voting to restrict the participation of transgender athletes in elite women's competitions. They also plan to create a working group to establish an open category in some events as a part of their new policy. The new policy states that transgender women may be eligible to compete in the women's competitions only if they can establish to FINA's satisfaction that they haven't experienced any part of male puberty past the Tanner stage 2 or before age 12, whichever happens to be later. The president of World Athletics, Sebastian Coe, told the BBC that the organization's council would discuss their regulations at the very end of the year. Coe also praised FINA for taking the decision, which has been heavily criticized by trans rights advocates thus far. Last up, Ferdinand Omanyala is finally in the starting blocks for the 2022 World Athletics Championships. This African 100-meter record breaker has finally been granted a visa to the United States so he can compete in the World Athletics Championships of 2022. He hopes to reach Eugene, Oregon in time for the start of the competition. Omanyala was quite disheartened recently as he had told the AFP that he must withdraw from the World Championships since his visa was not approved in time. He recalls that even if he got a visa, it would have been too late. He had accepted his fate until his coach announced only 3 hours later that his visa had been secured. He will have a few hours to rest upon arrival before he competes in the 100-meter heats. We can't wait to see him on the track. That's a wrap for this video. What did you think of Bhagwani's big win? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.